Databank, commence recording. This is General Ed Straker of the World Security Service. The present alien threat from Mars necessitated the creation of a New Earth Defense Squadron, codenamed Terrahawks. In this briefing, I'll be discussing the technical role and function of the Terrahawk's heavy-lift cargo aircraft, Battlehawk. Battlehawk is the huge flying transporter craft used by the Terrahawks team in their fight against the android hordes from the planet Guk. The primary function of the Battlehawk is to transport supplies and equipment from the Terrahawk's South American HQ, Hawk Nest, to any alien incident site on Earth. Battlehawk is 265 feet long and is stored in a huge underground hangar beneath Hawk Nest's main structure, the White House. The craft is piloted by Captain Mary Faulkner, second in command of the Terrahawks team, with the team leader, Dr. Tiger Neinstein, acting as co-pilot and mission commander. When Battlehawk receives a 1050, or launch clearance, Captain Faulkner fires the VTOL thrust jets, and the craft rises off the hangar floor. Next, the White House begins to split apart to provide clearance for the Battlehawk to pass through. The craft is then rotated to a launch attitude of 90 degrees, and the powerful McKinley-Thor photonic thrust drive is engaged, blasting Battlehawk through the space in the White House and into the atmosphere. The entire launch procedure can be carried out in as little as 186 seconds. The aircraft has a maximum speed of Mach 5 at an altitude of 78,000 feet. Allowing it to reach anywhere on Earth in the shortest possible time. The Battlehawk transport is in fact two aircraft in one. The large lower hull and equipment deck is the Battlehawk itself, while part of the upper fuselage is formed by a separate smaller aircraft, the Terrahawk. It is from the Terrahawk that all of Battlehawk's operations are directed. At 98 feet in length, Terrahawk is much smaller than the freighter ship it controls, but its nimble size makes it perfect for scouting ahead to check for enemy activity. Powered by twin Jupiter thrust jets, Terrahawk can reach speed of Mach 0.8 at sea level and is highly maneuverable. It can launch from Battlehawk's dorsal section in just 22 seconds and features a pair of powerful support struts that allow it to land on any terrain. The Battlehawk can carry a maximum of 100 Zeroids in its Zeroid bay. These spherical robots are capable of fulfilling many roles, such as acting as reconnaissance patrols or a formidable fighting force. They can be released at ground level, but are often deployed in the air over the desired target area. The forward section of Battlehawk houses a drilling and crushing excavator platform. This heavy-duty piece of machinery is perfect for clearing debris such as rock falls or avalanches. A large collecting scoop is deployed from the front of the craft, and the transit system is engaged. As Battlehawk advances, the debris is scooped up, fed through the crushers in the heart of the craft, and expelled out of twin rear hatches. The Battlehawk's vast cargo bay makes it a highly versatile equipment carrier. One such piece of equipment is the prototype land vehicle Groundhawk. The Groundhawk is designed to detect and defuse high explosives and patrol hazardous areas. It is deployed from Battlehawk's cargo bay using the rear payload ramp. In addition to heavy equipment like the Groundhawk, Battlehawk also carries Dr. Neinstein's personal Rolls-Royce, codenamed Hudson, heuristic universal driver with sensory and orbital navigation. Hudson has autonomous control, can drive himself, and has a simulated voice with which he can speak with his passengers. He also has a unique paint scheme known as Chameleon, which allows him to change color or blend in with any environment. Finally, Battlehawk is equipped with a ventral deployment bay, often used for carrying the heavily armed battle tank. When deploying the battle tank, the Battlehawk descends to a low altitude, hovers over the drop zone, and releases the vehicle. The battle tank is then directed to the investigation area. Once the battle tank has completed its assigned duties, it can be recovered by the Battlehawk. The battle tank moves into position and raises its recovery roll bar. Next, the Battlehawk lowers a pair of sturdy receptacle hooks and lines up its approach with the recovery bar. The hooks connect with the recovery bar, and the battle tank is lifted off the ground and winched into Battlehawk's deployment bay. The deployment bay can also be configured to carry Seahawk, the Terahawk submersible. Yes?
Sorry to disturb you, General, but there's a situation developing in Bereznik that requires your urgent attention in the briefing room.
Very well, Lieutenant. I'll be there momentarily. This concludes the report on Battlehawk. I trust you found it informative and useful. Databank cease recording.